Hey you guys, I've had a lot of people reaching out to me trying to figure out how we do live webcasting or how they can maintain communication with others while you're in either a lockdown or quarantine situation, or if you just don't feel safe getting out right now. So I wanted to share with you some of the tools that we were using in hopes that it would help you guys out. So the first thing, and probably the most important part of our setup, is something called CamLink. I will be sharing with you the website where to get these things later, and it will also be in the description below. But what CamLink does is it allows you to convert an HDMI output into a USB input onto your computer. So what you will notice is this is the size HDMI that you would have on your television or gaming device, and you have that same HDMI port on this. So what you would simply do is connect these two together, and then after that's connected, it converts this HDMI output into a USB input onto the computer. Now, what happens is many devices that you're going to be using for capturing video are going to be like this, a camera, and most of these cameras are going to have an HDMI output. The problem is the HDMI output is not the same as what you would normally see. So you're going to need to have a cable. They're available on Amazon. In fact, that cable may have come with your camera like it did for mine, but it takes a mini USB and it converts it into a traditional size USB. So what you're able to do is plug the mini USB into, I've got it backwards, plug the mini USB into the camera, take the other end of that USB, plug it into the CamLink, and then this will then plug into your computer. At which point this video camera, or this camera right here, becomes a source that you can feed into your computer. And that source can go to YouTube, it can go to Facebook Live, it can go to any place that you can possibly imagine. But the most important thing at this point is to take this video source and get it into your computer. And this device, the CamLink, is what allows you to do that. Now what we're going to do is at the end of this video, we're going to put all of the links and information below where you can buy these things. This CamLink in North America, I think, is about $120. In Europe, I was able to get this on Amazon for about $90 equivalent, euros equivalent. Now, what we have for capturing the audio, I have a simple shotgun mic with a dead cat on top. It's not literally a dead cat. This is what cuts out wind noise. But this is a Rode microphone, and it just simply plugs into the microphone input into the camera, and then it takes all of that through the HDMI source into your computer. Now what's cool about that is you're able to get good quality audio. You don't have to be mic'd with a lapel mic. You will get better audio with a lapel mic, but this just gives you a little bit more freedom and you can kind of do what you want. So whenever you're doing video, the two most important things that you need to look at is the quality of audio and the quality of lighting. So there are a lot of things that you can do for lighting. What we do is, you can't see it right now, but I've got some wonderful natural light from our windows that's coming in right now. But also you are able to get something, we use a ring light. These are available on Amazon as well. This is a battery powered light, but it also has, and you may not be able to see me right now, but this is a battery powered light. But it also is able to plug into electricity as well, which is very important. You can adjust the color temperature, whether it's white or amber, so that it fixes some of the skin tones in your face. It has a mount right here where you can mount your cell phone if you wanted to do a live broadcast directly from your phone. You can live broadcast from your phone directly to YouTube or to Facebook Live. That's honestly the most simple way of doing these things. Not everyone has access to equipment like this, but some people do, so I wanted to address this. But what you're able to do if you don't have access to equipment like that is just simply set up something nice with your iPhone, with your Android device. Find a good camera. It would be good to find a nice background perhaps, but make sure your lighting is good. If your lighting is terrible, no one's going to want to watch it. Obviously you need to have good content, but make sure your lighting is very good. So what I'm going to do right now is quickly go through some websites where you can see what we're looking at for our encoding process and how these things are working. So the first thing that we have here, and again this is not free, but this is something that you can get a 30-day free trial on, which is really cool. Hopefully you're not going to be needing to use this for more than 30 days if you're in a quarantine or lockdown situation, but if you choose to use it longer than that, it is going to be $600 to continue to use it. But this is a very user-friendly interface. Just go to the, it's called telestream.net/Wirecast. So look for Wirecast from Telestream. This is a very user-friendly interface. This is actually what I'm using right now to record my screen and project my face onto the screen, but it can also be used to do broadcasting. It's a very diverse tool. So this is what that tool looks like in operation. You're able to choose your sources. I currently have a microphone right here that I'm using to capture my voice. You can see the microphone down here. It's connected to my shirt. It's a lapel mic. I've got my HDMI FaceTime camera, and I've got it put onto the upper right corner right here so that you can still see me while I'm talking. So if we wanted to add another input, for example, what I could do is come over here. I could do a media file. So I'm going to browse my disk, media file, and inside of my disk, I know I've got some things over here that we had been working on. Let's see here. We did some stuff on Sunday with our church, worship service assets. There we go. So let's say you wanted to do a countdown. Here's a countdown. You click open, and boom, the countdown is going, and that's being broadcast live. And there's a lot of tutorials online. I'm not going to get into details about how to use this software. It's just very user-friendly. I'm going to click back to screen capture. It gently fades back over. Now, were we broadcasting live on Facebook or YouTube, it would be a really wonderful user interface that people, or user experience that people would be getting. There is a free tool available. The free tool, which I'm going to be talking about for just a moment, is called OBS, Open Broadcaster Software. You can go to obsproject.com. It's available on Windows, Mac, or Linux. This is a little bit more clunky. It's not as nice. It's not as user-friendly. However, it does the same job. You can record video. You can broadcast it live onto YouTube, Facebook, wherever you want to broadcast it to. OBS allows you to do this. And the best part about OBS is it's totally free. There is no cost to you. But let's take a moment and look at what OBS looks like. So the way OBS looks, you can see it's kind of boring right now. You have different scenes. I'm going to add a source. I want to do a video capture device. So I'm just simply going to come over here, and I'm going to use the HDMI camera, and now you see what that looks like. If we wanted to start streaming, we could start streaming. That would be set up inside of the software, or we could start recording. OBS, like I said, it's a little bit more clunky, but the best part about this is it's totally free, which is very important if you're on a budget. So I want you to know there are many different things that you can use to communicate with people. There's many different ways to stay connected. It's important that during these times that we do remain connected with one another. Make sure that you're talking to each other however you can find a way to communicate. Make sure that you're connecting with one another. We are beings that are created for relationship. Make sure that you stay in a relationship. If you have any questions about how to do any of these things, I cannot answer these in detail, but feel free to reach out to me and I can maybe offer you some pointers or share with you some more videos that are available on YouTube. There's many tutorials out there. I hope that you all stay safe and blessed, and we look forward to talking to you again later.